Detail from The Immaculate Conception, 1767–69, by Giovanni Battista Tiepolo, in the Museo del Prado, Spain. Wikipedia. The world was shocked when Pope Pius IX defined the dogma of the Immaculate Conception in 1854. While Protestants rejected the teaching outright, even many Catholics objected to the Pope's decision. Exalting the role of Mary in salvation history not only seemed bad for ecumenical relations, some were concerned that the teaching also lacked theological and historical grounds. After all, theological heavyweights such as Saint Bernard of Clairvaux and Thomas Aquinas had apparently opposed the idea. The fact that this dogma was not defined for many centuries was one of the strongest arguments that it should be questioned. If this teaching was true, why was it not proclaimed until the 19th century? However, the Church has been trying to understand Mary's role since the very beginning. The difficulty has always been how to develop theologically precise statements about Mary that faithfully correspond to our understanding of her Son. Or to put it in another way, explanations of the Blessed Mother should always lead us to a better understanding of Jesus, and vice versa. For example, one of the early heresies that the Church faced, Nestorianism, revolved around the question of whether Mary could be called the Mother of God or only the Mother of Jesus. The argument was resolved by recognizing that Jesus Christ possesses both a divine and a human nature, yet as one person, not two. It is therefore fitting to call Mary the mother of that one person, the Mother of God. CCCC 495. The Church answered Nestorius's arguments about that Marian title back in the 5th century, spurred on by ordinary Catholics who had been addressing Mary as the Mother of God for centuries and were shocked that anyone would question it. Similarly, it was monasteries and bishops, encouraged by the devotion of the laity, who began the practice of celebrating a feast in honor of the conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary by Saint Anne, probably as early as the 7th century. When Saint Bernard of Clairvaux questioned this widespread practice in the 12th century, he was merely asking his fellow Catholics to explain precisely what they believed when they celebrated that feast. Saint Thomas Aquinas examined both sides of the argument and appears to have rejected the idea that she was immaculately conceived. However, some say that the arguments that Thomas raised made it possible for subsequent theologians to work out what we can know about Mary's conception and how to articulate it. That, after all, was the holdup for 18 centuries. What is the truth about Mary with respect to sin, even before she gave birth to Jesus Christ, and how can we express it truthfully? In Pius IX's apostolic constitution regarding this dogma, Ineffabilis Deus, the Pope did what popes often do when they want to prove a point.